You are watching this video to understand the insights of the three existing market. It is a continuation of this week's video. So if you haven't watched this video, understanding the luxury market part 1, I will leave the card above. Today, I'm going to talk to you about profit, margin, ostentation, company difference, and how you can take advantage of each of three existing markets. And how I'm going to do that? How I will teach you about these three markets: standard, premium, and luxury markets. Well, I'm going to put some questions on the screen, questions that could have been considered in the previous video, and I'm going to answer them for you. Remember that I talked about the standard, premium, and luxury market only in the automobile and handbag industry, which is what I understand a little more. Question number 1. Why would a company have a better products than luxury ones and not charge the price of the luxury market like Porsche? Because by doing so, Porsche sells much more than luxury companies like Ferrari and Lambo. It doesn't worry too much about having exclusivity products. It wants to reach the audience of multimillionaire people who want something a little above Mercedes, Audi, and BMW, but they are not worried about shocking everyone. This company's idea is so violent that at the end of 2022, Porsche made an IPO, initial public offering of shares, and achieved the highest IPO brand in Europe in 10 years. Porsche positioned its products with higher quality than premium market, however, one step below luxury brands. This way, it can sell much more and doesn't give up on having a good profit margin. I myself don't know anyone who would complain about life because they only had the financial means to drive a Porsche. Number 2, what are the costs involved in luxury company? Is the profits that much higher? Think of a 30,000 euros Louis Vuitton bag. Do you think it costs 15,000 euros to manufacture? No, it's only cost around 7,000 euros to make it. So their profit margin is totally absurd, right? Wrong. The profit margins of luxury companies are very high. 15, 20, maybe 30%. That's really high. But the biggest cost for this company is keeping a high status. In other words, the biggest cost of this company is to spend money on expensive races, McLaren and Ferrari, and win trophies. It's hiring supermodels and Hollywood artists to keep the brand image in high esteem with the public. In the case of handbags brand, sponsoring very expensive parties with expensive foods and even more expensive drinks. Everything to keep the A++ class earns attentive with the brand. The real cost of this company is the cost of selling a lifestyle. These companies invest millions and millions in building brand, in storytelling, in experience for the customer, and finally in generate value for the buyer. Did you pay attention to this word? Investing in branding, in storytelling, in customer experience, and in generating value for the buyer. This defines whether a brand can charge more for its products or not. Before moving to the third question, leave your like and follow us and subscribe in the channel. 3. Do standard brands launch premium or luxury products? Yes, like Ford, which has the Ford GT, a very expensive and exclusive car. Some brands that has a more exclusive and more expensive collection, or even a limited edition of a bag. But this is always a risk. After all, would you pay $8,000 for a car from a generic brand like a VW, Volkswagen? This rarely happens, even though if a Volkswagen car is a great product. Why? Because whoever has $8,000 to spend on a car goes to Mercedes, Audi, BMW, Land Rover, among others. Now comes the most important question, not the least, but it is the most important. For why do you need to know this? Why do you need your children to know this? My dear, when you launch a product, a service, a real estate project, an idea on market, you need to know how to answer the basic question. What market niche are we going to operate in? Standard, premium, or luxury? Just by answering this question, you know how to take the first steps to answer others. What positioning will my brand have? Which audience are we going to talk to? Class A, B, C, D? How are we going to expand our budget? What the maximum value I can sell these products? Which raw material will I use based on this choice? More expensive or cheaper? Do you understand the importance of all this? It looks like a YouTube video, but it's actually an entrepreneurship class. Knowing how to answer these questions will help you where you are going, and it won't make very bad shots like standard brands launch premium or luxury products and hope to sell well. Or you won't expand your market budget trying to get an unqualified audience to try to buy your product. 5. If the profit margin of luxury and premium company is higher, why doesn't everyone launch a luxury product? You don't enter in the luxury market just because you want to, or because the brand name is beautiful. Customers in the luxury market are picky. They are very demanding. It takes years to put a brand, be it anything you want, and at the top. The investment is huge, and in the meantime, you have to eat, wear clothes, go for walk, pay bills, and such. Generally, luxury brands will build themselves over decades and huge investment before starting to reap the profits. In this case, the position I like is that the Volkswagen Group and its brands, Porsche, Lambo, Bentley, Bugatti, no more, but Bugatti was. Because they launched the same car, changed the design and brand just a little. It just like that with the Touareg, the Q8, the Cayenne, the Bentayga. They are basically the same car. Some versions have the same chassis, same engine, and same gearbox, which means that the cost of project is very diluted by many different projects, and the margin of each project is better than the previous one. 6. What is the role of ostentation in the luxury markets? The function is simple: to stroke the buyer's ego. Generally, women rub it in their friends' face how beautiful they look in their expensive bags. And men, when you are in the circle of friends with a Rolex watch, for example, and your friend says, "Whoa, this big guy is wearing Rolex. She's swimming in money." 7. Who are the smartest players in this market? there are companies that are able to produce a premium and luxury products and sell it on a large scale. I will repeat. These are companies that are able to produce premium and luxury products and sell it on a large scale. Apple, which sells iPhone, a premium item on the large scale. The LVMH Group, the largest conglomerate of luxury brands in the world, has been in the market for 33 years. The group encompasses more than 70 brands from different segments, including those considered most valuable in the luxury fashion sector, such as Louis Vuitton, Givenchy, Christian Dior, and Fendi. With a market value of currently more than 350 billion euros, an annual revenue of 60 billion euros. The group dominates the 5 luxury sectors: wine and drinks, fashion and leather goods, perfumes and cosmetics, watch and jewelry, and select retail store. But the companies deserve videos just for themselves. I'm Danilo Leão de Souza, and this is Renegades.